our picks for the top 10 sexiest video game characters.
Yo, Mike!
For this list, we limited ourselves to one character per franchise. We ranked them based on their physical attractiveness and overall appeal. Some of their physical proportions may be a bit unrealistic, but they're video game characters, so what do you expect?
So, are you here to escort me?
Still, for more empowering and badass ladies, be sure to check out our clip on the top 10 female protagonists in video games.
This is gonna
Number 10, Bayonetta. We usually think of witches as old and ugly, but that's not the case with this character.
You know, you're not nearly so ugly when you're screaming.
Her skin-tight black leather jumpsuit, high heels, and sneakily sexy glasses make her the hottest witch we know. But she doesn't just stand around looking pretty. She uses magic and guns to fight off angelic enemies that get in her way. Oh, and her clothes are actually her hair, which can turn into giant monsters. We're not kidding. Number 9, Jade and Kitana, Mortal Kombat series. Why have one sexy vixen when you can have two?
Show yourself, Jade. I know you're following me. Again.
Jade started out as a palette swap for Kitana in Mortal Kombat 2, but we finally learned about her backstory as an assassin in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and it only made her hotter.
Princess Kitana, I request an audience.
Earthrealmers, you dare approach me.
Kitana uses her fan throw attack and incredible speed, while Jade gets a pole to spin her enemies and herself around with. All the meanwhile, Melina is, well,
Looking for a new playmate.
yeah, let's move on. Number 8, Ivy Valentine, Soul Calibur series.
Your punishment will be quite severe.
Don't you want to be her Valentine? This character was born to an undead pirate, assuring her bad girl status for life.
My whole life is dead to me.
Like her fellow series mate Sophia Alexander, it's hard to tell what's more devastating, her fighting abilities or her looks.
Squam! Strength!
If you weren't turned on enough by her appearance, her skill with a whip will definitely get you going.
Seriously now, is that the best you can offer me?
Number 7, Kasumi, Dead or Alive series. Who didn't see this franchise coming? Especially with its spin-off beach volleyball games of shameless eye candy. Still, we're picking poster girl Kasumi for this entry as not only does she have a killer body, but her high kicks and cartwheel attacks leave enemies begging for mercy. Still, when she's not frolicking in the bounce simulator, she's laying the smackdown on her evil clones.
I will fight on. And I will defeat you.
Number 6, Morrigan, Darkstalker series.
Will you amuse me?
This succubus is named after a goddess, and when you take one look at her, that's easy to understand.
I'll take good care of you.
Her revealing outfits barely conceal her bodacious figure. On top of her looks, her soul fist and Valkyrie turn attacks make her enemies cower in fear of being on her bad side. Oh yeah, and she can clone herself, all while sitting on a throne of bats. So there's that.
But I do wish you wouldn't talk quite so much.
Number 5, Samus Aran, Metroid series. Even though she covers up through most of the series with her power suit, she's only protecting her killer figure. And in the first few Metroid games, the only way you could get a glimpse of her without the suit was to speedrun through the game. But from Metroid Zero Mission onwards, the blonde bombshell started to sport a skin-tight blue suit, one that's getting quite a controversial upgrade for the next Smash Bros. Game. Number 4, Jade, Beyond Good and Evil. Sometimes smarts can be just as sexy as looks. Thankfully, this character's got both in droves.
Your electrical supply has just been blocked. Gotta be joking!
A photojournalist, she uses intelligence to get a job photographing animals for a science museum and solving puzzles. She's also got martial arts know-how, as she shows off when infiltrating government facilities. And, most importantly, she's proof that you don't need to be scantily clad to be sexy.
Yeah, I'd like to know too. Like who's actually telling the truth in all this?
Number 3, Tifa Lockhart, Final Fantasy VII. Remember that childhood friend you had who grew up and became insanely hot?
Do I know you?
Neither do we, but theoretically, that's what Tifa is for Cloud Strife, the protagonist of this game. Her wife beater and miniskirt show off just how much she's matured since they were little.
Still surprises me, though.
In addition to her curvaceous figure, she's a total badass who owns a bar and excels at hand-to-hand combat. Number 2, Chun-Li, Street Fighter series.
You ready for this?
This character is known as the First Lady of fighting games, and when you take a look at her, you won't disagree.
That's real kung fu.
Her blue dress thing brings out the best that this Interpol agent has to offer. Her leggings can hide the power and size of her legs, which move at lightning speeds to attack anyone who gets in her way. Cammy may show more skin, but this Chinese gal earns her spot for style over substance. Before we get to number 1, let's take a look at some honorable mentions.
Where are you? Give it to me.
Oh, you don't get to be jealous.
Wait a minute, Chloe.
If it makes you feel any better, my relationship with Flynn is strictly professional.
Number 1, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider series.
Alistair, me too and I.
Taking the top spot is the archaeologist who is not only one of the most iconic video game protagonists, but her sexy figure landed her on magazine front covers. Her British accent, skill with weapons, and skimpy outfits have been driving gamers crazy ever since the first game.
I'm gonna need a clear head for this, lads. No distractions, please.
Her look has changed quite a bit over the course of the series, but her character's evolution means it's still easy to love her today.
That was badass, Laura. How the hell did you get in here?
I had some help.
Do you agree with our list?
So leave this world!
Which video game character makes you swoon?
Oh, Elena Fisher. Last year's model.
That's cute.
For more attractive top 10s published daily, be sure